Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Kerbal Build Some Kind of Monstrosity. So I just realized I'm limited on the number of parts, not the weight of the parts in question. Thrust 350. They actually don't provide that much more thrust than these. Well, alright. Alright, so this is the new launch rocket plan. This will be the one that we test in the conditions required. They're attached directly to that, so it should work. Hopefully. We hope. It might work. I don't know. 50-50. Always tends to be that way with me. Should consider doing that as well. Alright. I'll just put chutes on it. I have no idea if the parachutes even work to allow us to recover the device. But we can try. We can try. At least if nothing else, they'll help to pull away. During separation. Alright. Okay. Ready, set, go. Oh, dear Lord. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, that was a terrible idea. That was an awful idea. Worst idea I've ever had. Wow. You know what? We need struts. We need struts. Can we get struts? Struts would be good. Struts. Please let me get struts. Struts. Yes. Struts. Without question, struts. Struts, indeed, are required. Yeah. Crud, each strut is a part, isn't it? That's where you bleed. Oh, wow, exactly 30. Except I need 8 of them. Well, fuck the parachutes. Should hopefully... Alright, cut symmetry mode. Since they're all attached, I'll hope this will work. We have exactly 1 part left. Alright. That should hopefully keep everything together. I hope. Christ, do I hope. Oof. I mean, the launch pad upgrade was necessary, without question, but... Alright. Okay. I think we're good. It didn't break out completely yet, so it's pretty much a victory. Alright. 4,000 meters to 13,700. Prep. 2,000 meters and half speed. Okay. We are at the correct meterage. I think, yeah, it looks like we're gonna hit the speed in time. Alright, disengage. We were over the meter. You're fucking kidding me. Let's just revert to launch again. Oh, come on. I was so close with that one. That one actually worked. Almost. Note yourself, have to engage it slightly sooner. I mean, even if it just explodes immediately after I do that, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. Because I actually did successfully test it, technically, there. It was a successful test. It doesn't have to burn out. I believe I just have to activate it at this current time, once all of the notes are complete. So, 4,000 meters, yep. And now I just have to hit speed. Just have to hit speed. Shouldn't be too hard. Okay. Alright, it's tested. So, like I said, it didn't actually matter anything I did there. Out of curiosity, how much was that worth? 2 grand. I spent 8 grand doing this. Alright, well, I guess it was worth it for science, I suppose. Woo! Oop. For science, I suppose. Physics get kind of wonky here. Oh, we're out of electric power, I guess. Damn. Ah, well. Coming into a rather nice end to this flight. 4, 3, 2, 1, deploy. Only 4 meters above, so we don't have to wait too long. Good. Well, it could have been worse, I suppose. Recover the vessel. Okay. 13 science, I'll take it. Well, hey, whatever. We've now got 14 grand left. Not brilliant, since we started with 19 before launching that mission. Alright, so 30 parts. Proper stable ensure the minimum altitude is higher than 70,000. I think we can do that. We're given a budget of... anything else that I can, you know... There's something in orbit, right? In flight. In flight. Test Sepratron 1. Orbiting Kerbal. At the minimum altitude 89,000. I'll take it. 1, that's a ton of reputation. This is 503 reputation there. There's no way I can not go with that. Alright. So, pretty good. That means our budget is 35 grand. 35 grand for a stable orbit is pretty doable, I think. Pretty doable. No. Alright, we're gonna need at least a few of you. Okay, we'll go with this. I'm trying to think which one is better. This is slightly better. Uses less. The question is it's the same fuel use, I suppose. Also the T-45 there for upper atmosphere stuff. Then we have this. Which should be under a thingy here. And I have to be cautious of my part limit. Which can tend to make, you know, I don't know why you're there, but you're not what we want right now. Which can make things tricky to deal with. We already witnessed why these are awesome, so I shouldn't have to explain why I'm putting them here. I'm tempted to do a second layer, but I don't know if that'll be stable. Like to have another set underneath here. I'm pretty certain that wouldn't be stable enough to handle it. On the other hand, they're too big for that, aren't they? Yeah. I was actually considering putting little thrusters here and here on the insides to try and force them out, since they seem to like the idea of being on the inside. Right. If we put those there, that should help brace a little bit. Okay. I'm debating. It's not going to be enough to get us to orbit. It might be. Wait, what does our part currently count? 18 out of 30. So we got wiggle room here. We're nowhere near for budgeting here. We're actually okay. And wait, don't we have to test the Sepratron? Ah, yes. In orbit, it shall be tested. Okay. I'm just thinking, like, well, what do I got to work with here? Actually, yeah, that is something I do have to work with, don't I? If these are going to be the first ones to run out, that seems like a terrible idea. So let's make sure they don't torch anything. Or maybe these should just be a secondary... Yeah, they should probably just be a secondary launching stage. And actually matter very little. Okay, so this first, then these, then this. Yeah, okay, that actually works, I think. Maybe. Iffy. That's correct. Yeah. Not quite. It almost got it. Alright, that. No, that goes there. Okay. Yeah, and that. Those four separate. And that fires. Then this separates. And we have the Sepratron test because we should be in orbit by this point. Alright. 28 out of 30. 2 pieces of space tape. No symmetry. I have 2 pieces of space tape to use. And I know exactly where the hell I put them. In the vain hope this causes it to not explode horribly. We hope. So, only 16 grand for this. I have no idea how much I'm going to be paid for this. I think it's like at least 30. I'm pretty certain my completion is at least 30 on some of this stuff. Well, it passed the first test of actually standing up. Alright. Here goes nothing. Oof. It's working. Except for the part where we start leaning over. Except for the part where we start leaning over. SAS off. Give human full control. And come on. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. We can hold. We can hold. We can hold. Alright, give me orbit here. Oh no, we are fucked. Oh dear. There isn't enough control. Seems to be our problem. Alright. Let's go back to VAB here. Like I said, this is why I did not do Iron Man mode. I'd be bankrupt right now if I did. I don't see any feasible way to play on any difficulty that isn't easy. And, you know, not have this problem of just going horrifically bankrupt. You know? Maybe liquid engines are our solution here. Just maybe. You're the ones with the gimbal, right? Good. Now you're asking, well, what am I up to? Good question. Very valid question. We're now 30 parts over the limit, though. Which is disappointing. Also, one pretty much won't work, huh? Alright. So, resume normality here. Let's figure out where the hell those things went. 32. Alright. We're gonna have to go back to this. Because that's what works. We have 2 parts left. I need at least 3 to do this. Fuck the symmetry on this thing. Even if it sends us horrifically spinning, I don't care. I'm sure it will. It probably will. But I need it. I need something else. I'll need one of these. One of these. And one of these. This looks like a recipe for disaster, doesn't it? Alright. Oops. No, not the right one. There. No. Apparently not. There we go. Come on! You know exactly what piece I want to grab. So this should hopefully give us the gimbal we need during this critical early phase. The gimbal we so desperately need. Although I probably screwed up the staging like I usually do. Alright. Yeah, the staging screwed up. This needs to be firing at the same time as these rockets. Well, that would be rather useless, wouldn't it? Okay. Actually, up here is exactly where we want it. No. Definitely. Well, okay, that works. Stage 3 and above kind of works. Yeah. Stage 3 and above is good. Alright, so this... Yeah, that should be limited to that stage. These need to be in their own stage. I have no idea where they go yet, but they need to be in their own stage. That needs to be its own stage, so we'll figure out where that goes as well. Puzzle time. That's the first stage. Check. And, alright, that... give it its own stage. Alongside that, I suppose. Then that fires. Check. No. Incorrect. Then these fire. Then these detach. Then that fires. Then that detaches. Then that fires. Then that detaches. And the Sepratron test goes, and we parachute. Except that can't work like that. Because that also needs to be return burn as well. Okay. Good thing I caught that. Could have been a grievous error. Alright. Here goes nothing. Need to make sure liquid fuel lasts about the same time as the solid fuel. On the plus side, the gimbal's holding, I think. Oh dear. More gimbal, more gimbal, more gimbal. Oh dear. Hang in there. Oh god. There just isn't stability for this. On the plus side, we're still going up. At a reasonable speed, too. Oh dear. Well, this is just going to go terribly, isn't it? Alright. I think we're going to have to give up on the solid fuel. It's, with the parts limitations placed upon me, I simply can't make solid fuel work. At least not in this way. We simply need the T-45s in the first stage. The problem is, though, we are effectively part gapped, which sort of makes solid fuel a bit more appetizing. Gotta think, how can I get this done? Question is, do we want the T-40? Yeah, we want the T-45s because we need thrust gimbaling at this point. Alright, we're at 30 parts. So I can, yeah, swap out the parts for the other liquid engine, I think. Because they should hopefully not cause so much crazy rotation and all that. Just because of how they're designed. Alright, so first these fire, then these detach. Actually, no, all 5 of those should fire, I think. It's not at all how this should work anymore. No wonder this is so confusing. Can this lift all of this? I hope so. On the plus side, this frees up a whole 1 extra part. Which should, I think, at least... Does it free up exactly 1 part? No, it frees up 2 parts. Good. Then in that case... that. We actually want this firing in the first stage. On its own here. Yeah, this seems great. Great design there. That goes there. Otherwise, might actually work out. Yeah. That goes like that. Yep. Not quite. Okay, I don't know if this is going to be enough thrust to get us going, though. 350 thrust to lift this entire thing? Going to be pretty iffy. We'll have to see the initial results. If it's not enough, I can adjust the stages and then activate the liquid engines. Yeah. Alright, that might work. Christ, there's so many... Assuming it's even... Timber! Okay, revert flight. Back to vehicle assembly. Should have seen that coming a mile away, but, you know, whatever. I don't suppose these don't count as parts, do they? By any chance at all? They do. Of course they do. Introduced to 3. Yep. Okay. Though I would prefer it if these activated separately. This staged separately and was here. Alright, so that frees up 4 parts. Which is fine, since we'll be doing this way. There. Now, hopefully it works. Okay. And, well, at least this time it didn't start trying to tip itself over. At least not yet. Alright, so I'm just gonna actually assume this is gonna be how it goes. Oh, Christ. These are staging so far wrong. Alright. Yep. I was correct in my initial assumption. I actually want to slow things down a little bit here. I want to try and save the liquid fuel for after we disengage the solid booster. I want the solid booster to be pretty much the solo propellant for now. Except that we do need the liquid fuel a bit. Fine, we'll keep the 60%. Get ready to chuck the solid booster. Hopefully they can just propel it on its own. Chuck it and go. They seem to be working. For the moment. I don't know if this is going to be orbit. Because I'm coming up iffy on the next stage. On whether or not we'll have enough thrust. Alright. Either way, it's time to start the gravity turn. We do have enough. Excellent. I'm very glad to hear this. Disengage SAS. Manual control. Engage SAS. I think the atmosphere might be too thick for this much of a gravity turn right now. We'll see. So far, so good. Oh, dear. Yeah, alright. The atmosphere wasn't too thick. Phew. I was worried I'd really cocked up there. Alright. 50 degrees. We're looking for an apoapsis of at least 90,000, I believe, if we look at our contracts. The Septron does need to be tested at least 89,600, sorry. So, roll over a bit more. Good. Apoapsis is still rising. Oh, Lord. Full right, full hard right, full hard right, full hard right, full hard right. Keep manual control of this thing. Okay, there we are. Yeah, apoapsis is climbing fairly good. Can we just back on track here? Thank you. Alright, the apoapsis is fine now. Let's adjust everything to approximately negative 15 degrees. I believe that is the correct. At least it is on Earth. I really have no idea for Kerbin. A little too far there. Although we do need to keep the apoapsis up, I suppose. Most efficient way to make an orbit, though. I suppose that's what the small engine is for, the later orbital adjustments. There we are. The orbit's still actually increasing, so yeah. Negative 15 still seems to be the right idea. Alright, that's the end of that engine. Engage. Alright, we need to first, yeah, we're correct. Alright. Cool. So, I've realized now that the Septron is in the wrong stage. This should be the exact moment in which we test the Septron. Also, I do believe we've achieved orbiting Kerbin. Wow, that's a very specific window. Alright, we'll have to wait for the next round, I suppose. I mean, I'm okay with that, just... Wow, that window is very, very small. Like, I wish I could plot it out here. The apoapsis is 88,000, so... We'll have two chances. Alright. But hey, we're orbiting Kerbin. Hope this is nuts experience for Jeb. I have no idea what it actually really does for us. Alright, so we're coming... Ooh. Okay. Alright, 145,000. We're still fine. Ooh, we missed. I just really botched really good there. Real good. Wait until we start rising again. Stops up the... Alright. And altitude... acceptable. Testing Sepratron. So, that was okay. I think now the system can realign us. Whatever works. Wheelie's gonna have prograde right now. Although, we want retrograde, since we're at our periapsis. Ooh. Very easy to control. Alright, well, at least we got the Sepratron tested. Good product, guys. I'm sure I'll use it at some point. So now we just need to come up to our apoapsis. And then we can burn in our orbit. I'm liking these new restrictions. I just hate the budget concept. I don't hate it. It's way, way too much difficulty. Alright, coming up on the apoapsis now. Okay. I do like the concept of having to unlock various parts of the interface, though. Ooh, and we're no longer orbit, right? Yeah. Alright. Engage rotation. Separate. And chuck us right on home. Down we go. Ooh, slow, 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 slow down. Yeah. There we are. 50,000, 40,000, 30,000, 20,000. Ditch SAS. Don't know why the hell I leave that on sometimes. Air brake. Cool. Currently we're going in... I have no idea what our height above ground is. So, apparently the ground is 700 meters above sea level here. I wasn't sure, so I was just playing it safe. It'll take us a little longer to get to the ground, but whatever. It's usually why I do that. The hell is that? I'm gonna have to go check it out. Perhaps just a rock, I don't know. Probably should have gotten a thingy here. I don't know. Yeah, sure, keep the data. Woo! Should have totally got EVA report and stuff. Woo. I believe if we... Yeah. Cool. So, the Sepratron was tested. Cover the vessel. Good stuff. That went actually alright. So, we got a bit of data. We now have 89,000 funds. So, without question, that worked out well, and we have 600 reputation now. Explore the Mun. Achieve orbit around the Mun. Transmit or recover scientific data from space around the Mun. Land on the Mun. And... transmit or recover scientific data from the surface of the Mun. Alright. Not too bad. Fucking R&D. Anything is pretty much, like... anything that isn't at least 2 stars just isn't worth my time, is it? No, it really isn't. 2 stars are at least worth my time, thankfully. Alright, so... expires never, so just, you know. So yeah, achieve orbit around the Mun would be the first thing. I would get us 15 grand. Problem is I need more money. What do I mean by that? Well, I need to upgrade my launch facility. Recover. Recover. Each one of those is 100 bucks to recover. Jeez. I'm just thinking, like, how am I going to pull this off with 30? I don't think I can. 30 is just not enough. I need to do other contracts, I guess. That's the idea, right? I don't really care much for the action groups available, but 255, yeah. That's probably the only upgrade. I don't know, perhaps the heavier rocketry upgrades are what I need. Think about it. Yeah. Lets me use fewer fuel tanks. Okay, so yeah, that'll let me use fewer fuel tanks. In the whole grand scheme of things, which saves me a few parts. Because now I have one of these to equal 2 of these, which is great. So for example, I can just totally trash those. Put that on instead. Trash this. Remove these. I mean, this design isn't terrible. It could work to get me where I need to go. Seriously, I have no idea why the hell there's double of everything in my inventory. Don't ask. I really wish I knew. Can't fix it though, as far as I can tell. Alright. I left a rocket mech somewhere around here, didn't I? Apparently I didn't. I'd be able to see the shadow of it. Oh well. Let's throw the rocket mechs on the bottom. Could allow me to use, say, 4 of these. Alright. What's our part currently at? 24 out of 30. See? Worth. Totally freaking worth it. Like, the extra fuel tanks I get here is just gorgeous. Freaking gorgeous. Alright. Since we're particularly limited by, you know, other issues. Let's do that. Then do that. We can also detach the Sepratron. If we want to get any serious science done, we need to start bringing the goo canister, though. Which will start replacing the Sepratron. This thing was actually stable, despite only having... Yeah, okay. So, we can't just bring 2 goo canisters. That's okay. I really wish I could, you know, have these be on the ground, and so I didn't need those. 24 out of 30. I really only need 2 of these. Hell, you know what? I'd say I only need 1 if I just put it right here. That will probably work. That way, if it leans any at all, you know, it won't go horribly wrong. Should be fine there. Hopefully. Alright. This isn't much of a design change, and what are we looking at here? 25, so we still have more parts to work with. Which I think is what we need to do. We need to use the parts that we're given. I'm thinking to help get us off the ground, we... put like 4 of these here of the mini boosters. No, that wouldn't work because we only have 5 parts left to use. Didn't really consider that. 5 parts left to use. What do we use them for? In all honesty, this. Yep. I would, however, like to put just a second tower, just in case. Just a second launch tower, please. No, I didn't want any symmetry at all. I suppose you just overwrote the other launch tower, didn't you? Yep, you. No, you didn't. Somehow. Whatever works, really. I'm not going to complain. So, this might get us to the Mun. Or at least orbit around the Mun. Might. I'm unit 50-50 on if it even, you know... This, if it even lets me take off. Well, it's supporting itself. Yeah, that's the good news. Staging's completely fucked. Like, I'm actually just going to revert the flight. Revert to vehicular assembly, please. Christ, that staging is so messed. Like, fix the staging. That's the first thing we need to do. Yeah. These will fire together. First thing it detaches is this. It would also be helpful if these detached at the right time. And then that engine will activate. That engine will separate. That will activate. That will go. And then that parachute goes. Sweet. Alright. Only 30 grand, too. No idea what my rewards will be for it, but hopefully something good. Well, so far so good, I suppose. Retrograde, prograde. Stability system. Okay. Let's go back to the Space Center before we choose to launch this thing. Let's go to the astronaut complex and have a talk with Jeb here. He's now a 1-star pilot. So now he can do a prograde or retrograde hold. What? Sweet. Seat, pilot seat, pod Mark 1. Yeah, sure. So we need to upgrade this guy. Apparently. Well, I guess we knew that already. Alright. So now we can do a prograde / retrograde hold. Very good. What other things can we unlock? I have no idea. Yeah, just do stability assist, yeah. 3, 2, 1. Despite the extra fuel at liftoff, it works out alright. I mean, these things here basically have 4 times the fuel, don't they? Yeah, should work out well. Okay, so far so good. To the Mun, here we go. Kind of crumpled in, but I sort of saw that coming. All right. Can't believe this might end up working. Maybe. I'll settle for some sort of pseudo-orbital thing. Oh dear. We're good, just barely, but we're good. There was a moment where we were, in fact, decelerating, but it's okay. It's okay. So far, good. No, it's going this way, isn't it? It is, good. So we can hit the Mun a flyby, no problem. Do we have to orbit or fly by the Mun? Well, I forgot to take a contract. So that's not going to help. Let's just... I'll figure that out later. I apparently don't have a freaking contract, though. We can take contracts mid-flight, I'm told, so... It's alright. This stage is lasting, though. It's getting us up there. Propelling us quite high. And giving us a decent amount of speed. Sorry, our apoapsis is up to 35,000 and climbing fast. Speed just kind of keeps increasing rapidly. I think there's some sort of exponential function, probably based on distance from the gravitational object and other things, and atmosphere resistance and the current speed you're already traveling and stuff. And off we go. And we're still increasing in speed. This stage has no additional fuel in it, but this stage is twice the fuel, which is what we're counting on. So you can, while under acceleration, you can do this. It's not advised, but you can. Alright. I'm pretty certain the escape velocity for Kerbin is 2,600. Come on. $26,000, $2,700-ish. Somewhere around there. So we shouldn't have to go too much quicker. Shouldn't be too much of a fuel burn on us. Alright. That'll do for the moment. Well, back to the Space Center now. We need to have a talk, shall we say, with some stuff they want. About those contracts. Of course, we'll take that. Achieve orbit around the Mun. And recover scientific data. Easy. On suborbital trajectory. Yes, we're going to go back to flying it. Alright, so the problem is I have no idea if this thing is actually going to tell me if I have an encounter. I have no idea how advanced the system is. Oh, shit. Oh, well, I had an encounter. And I actually just missed the encounter. Son of a... And I apparently can no longer revert the flight. Well, shit. Alright, well, we're hitting the Mun every so often. So, this is going to be a longer mission than originally anticipated. So it doesn't tell me of encounters. That's actually what I was afraid of. Well, it seems like my orbit's changing, Rap. Oh no, my orbit is polar. That appears to be my current problem. Probably because of the Mun. Something that the Mun did to me. God knows how long we're going to be out here. I have no idea when our next encounter will be. I think it's coming up here. Nope, missed it. Nope. Nope. Alright. This is perhaps not the best. Ooh, hey. Christ, really? Well. Can't revert the flight. That's sort of the problem. Alright. This is sort of a problem. We can get, transmit, or recover data from space around the Mun, I think. It does, however, kind of suck right now. Go to prograde. Thank you, Jeb. Okay, can we get a bit of a bigger orbit, perhaps? Oh, no, wait. Do I want to be burning retrograde for that? No, we don't. I don't know. The orbit's polar, so we want to be burning north. Best thing I can come up with. Alright, so we have something. I need some time to figure out what to do. I just need some time to figure out what to do. I think of the periapsis, we need to bring in the apoapsis a little bit. Yeah. Alright, so at the periapsis, we need to bring in the apoapsis. Stop, whatever. It'll do. Now, Jeb, you need to burn... Retro? No, just get retrograde, please. Thank you. Alright, so our apoapsis is now touch. The apoapses, perhaps you could say. Now comes the question, do I try and force the encounter? No. Maybe. Forcing the encounter means just literally using up all my fuel to stay out there. I don't like that. Let's not do that. Oh, come on! Really? Really? You fucking pricks. I hate all of you. Approach periapsis, bring apoapsis into some kind of sane thing, and we'll see. Alright, retrograde. Please don't overshoot it. Thank you. Christ, I hate friggin' 3D space. Alright, so I want to burn here to adjust it, I believe. Sort of. I'm trying to figure out where in comparison these rings are. It's so hard because I can't focus on this specific point in the ring. Okay, the rings are within each other still. No, whoops, wrong purple point. I have no idea what the points are actually called, but I know which ones I have to burn at. I have enough experience. Apparently I don't. Fuck it, I want to burn prograde now, I know that much. I was hoping to adjust my periapsis down. I'd burn south, wouldn't I? Except south is... Now I see my conundrum. They practically touch now. That's my best hope. Holy shit. We might make it here for another encounter. I don't know. We'll find out. Well, that's an encounter, I suppose. That is definitely an encounter. Am I serious at just going straight down into it? Yeah, I am. Christ, alright. That means I need to pick a direction and start frickin' burning. And I need to try and create some semblance of an orbit here. Shouldn't be too hard around the Mun itself. No, please just return stability assist. I don't really care which direction we start burning. It just has to be a direction on the horizon. That's all that really matters here. I'm flying blind. Okay. So now just in general, our speed is too quick. So now we no longer have a periapsis along that. We just need to start burning retrograde. Rather than that, I'm going to burn retrograde here to try and keep our periapsis okay. Okay, now we want to bring in our periapsis just a little bit. Retrograde burn is okay. Bring in the periapsis. And that's an orbit. Okay. I'll take it. We have fuel left. Achieve orbit around the Mun. That is done, I believe. I'm pretty certain this is an orbit around the Mun. Well, I'll let it run for a little bit and see. Very poor prediction. Orbital prediction. Error. Orbital prediction. Error. Orbital prediction. Error. Of course, no, it wouldn't tell me that. It has no idea. I am flying so blind right now. Like, holy shit, I need instruments. No, it's gonna be... Whoa. Well, okay, we had one there. The problem is I can't tell really when we are gonna have one in advance. And I just want a time skip, obviously. This would be our point, no? I have no idea. I have no fucking clue. I am so blind right now. Like, it can be done, I think. But come up on the apoapsis. I don't even know how long we are out from the waypoint. Without improved instruments, it's rough. Alright. Yeah, jeb stop. Alright. Okay. That should do. Now we'll get us some sort of encounter in some point in the future. I need to sort of predict it coming up, though. And I think this is it. No, the Mun goes way faster than we do. Disable SAS. And SAS serves no function. So close. Maybe zoomed out a little bit to see. Nope. That doesn't surprise me that any of that happened. Flying blind, not good.